Alert you first. This is KIMT Storm Team 3, weather coverage you can count on.
KIMT Storm Team 3 Chief Meteorologist Aaron White joins us now.
All right, Aaron, you're actually tracking quite a bit.
Yeah, got a lot of things to talk about as we get into the next several hours and for tonight and tomorrow. We're tracking a lot of wind to move through with a system. It's a pretty powerful system, but it's not going to bring us a lot of snow. We're only looking at about a trace to at most an inch, maybe a little bit more towards the Twin Cities, maybe up to near 2 inches of snowfall. So not a lot of snow, but because we have snow on the ground and additionally a little bit of snow, the wind's going to blow a lot of that around and it's going to reduce visibility. It's going to cause near whiteout conditions for tonight into the day tomorrow. And that's going to have some pretty big impacts on your Wednesday morning commute as we have blizzard warnings, but also winter weather advisories in effect. For now, conditions aren't bad. There's a little bit of wind out of the south, but temperature-wise, we're close to the freezing point to actually maybe melting a little bit of snow. 31 degrees now as we take a live look there towards the west out of Mason City. We have 29 in Rochester, a bit more cloud cover there. And going through our evening forecast, well, you'll notice temperatures staying pretty good through about 10 o'clock. We're down to around 26, but what we're noticing is the wind direction. It's switching from the south and eventually to the west. The westerly wind, that's the cold front that's going to build in. And once that passes, that's when the winds are going to really just kind of crank up. And we're going to be looking at winds of about 20 to 35 miles per hour and potential for some gusts, maybe near 50 through tonight into the morning tomorrow. So notice those winds, sustained winds of 20 to 30 miles per hour. And our temperatures, well, they really have dropped. We're down to near 10 degrees through the morning hours, and it's going to stay pretty cold as we go through the day on Wednesday and tracking even colder weather to arrive as we get into tomorrow night and for Thursday. Looking at conditions right now, these are just a couple different Department of Transportation web cameras. This one is from northeast South Dakota near Sisseton on Interstate 29. Been seeing a little bit of the snow blowing across the roads, but the visibility isn't too bad. It's actually pretty good, but I think conditions are going to start to go downhill for them and then eventually for us through tonight as that wind really starts to get going and picks up and blows around a lot more of that snow. So as we talk about road conditions, most of the area seeing pretty good conditions for now. But once that snow really picks up and it starts to blow around and drift across the roads, that's when I think the road conditions could start to deteriorate through tonight into tomorrow morning. So recommending avoiding travel if you can. If it's an emergency, I get that, but just try not to travel when we're looking at these, pretty ferocious winds moving through, in addition to some snow that we're going to be watching later on tonight into the morning hours of Wednesday. And notice how the bulk of the snow is to our north, but we're going to kind of get clipped by it, and that's going to bring us the chance for a little bit of light snow accumulation through the overnight hours. So Sky Tracker 3 showing some light snow across Minnesota. It moves through pretty quickly, and there really isn't a lot of time for it to accumulate. So that's why I think 0 to an inch, maybe a trace to an inch or two. The higher totals are going to be closer to the city, so a dusting to an inch is likely across most of the area. But then we're talking about the wind. Here by 10 o'clock, we're looking at wind gusts 35 to 45 miles per hour. That's already going to be enough to pick up the snow, and those winds stay pretty strong going through tonight into the morning hours tomorrow. So really what you want to take away from this is we're not looking at a lot of snowfall. Like I said, a trace to an inch, but there's going to be a lot of wind, and that's going to cause near whiteout conditions through tonight into tomorrow. So if you don't have it already, I highly recommend staying updated with the KIMT weather app. It's free. You can get it on your iPhone, Android devices, and we'll have more updates as we go through the next 24 hours. But 7-day forecast, aside from that, looks pretty quiet, just a lot more cold by Thursday and Friday.
All right. Thanks, Aaron.